You are now listening to the voice of horror.
Lock your doors, bolt your windows, and turn off the lights. Make sure the kids are safe at home, cause you're headed to the Nightwatch Zone. Nightwatch Zone.
Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Monster Fridays, and we are in the midst of animal horror. We dealt with the high altitudes and the ozone layer screwing up everything with the animals last week, and now we're going to the sea, baby, and we might even go near some icebergs. We're going to be talking about Orca from 1977. Coriander's with me, and Killian, of course. What's up, guys?
Not much.
Not much, man. It's killer whale time.
Yeah. Right. Killer whales and all that good stuff. For you guys in the chat, let me just catch up to you guys for a quick second. And let's see, we got Ronan in the chat. We got Tori. What's going on? Good to see y'all. Tori said, I've actually never seen Orca before. All right. Okay. Well, hopefully after we talk about it, you might want to.
Well, are we going to talk spoilers? I mean, this is an old movie.
Do you think we should not talk spoilers or what?
Well, I mean, we should let people know so that it's their choice.
Yeah. When we get to that point, we'll let them know for sure.
Okay.
No doubt about that. We should let people know, and then that way.
Because there's some like scenes that,
Yeah.
So anyway.
Absolutely. Okay, and we got the general is in the chat. Val's here. What's going on, Val? Saying it was a great movie. All right. And make sure you guys, don't mess up. You guys know what goes on if you don't. The general's here. Stay with the rules or this will happen.
Fuck! Oh, well, that's it, isn't it? It's over! You motherfucker!
That's the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard.
All right, man. Good to see you, Val. All right. And we got Katie. Katie's in the chat. Our good friend Katie saying hi. What's going on?
Hey.
And Katie, it just says, Katie, you've gifted 5 memberships. Wow. Thank you so much.
Nice.
Katie, that's very, very sweet of you. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. It's very generous of you and very kind. We appreciate the support. It helps. You know how it goes, Katie. You've been around even behind the scenes with us. It keeps the lights on. Thank you so much. And it looks like Russell got gifted a membership, Horror Bee, Kirby, Jim, and also Horror Gang. All right.
Wow.
That is very so cool. Oh my gosh. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. And these guys are thanking you as well. I see that in the chat. We really appreciate it. We really do. Yeah. So let's play one for you, Katie. We really appreciate you. And like I said, this really makes a big difference for the channel. So let's play this one for you, Katie. Here we go.
And you don't stop, sure shot, go out to the parking lot. And you get in your car and you drive real far and you drive all night, then you see a light.
This.
Never gets old.
Like this.
Right.
Swing your hips, baby. Swing your hips. Fire! Swing your hips.
There it is. Thank you so much, Katie. We appreciate it. Seriously. Oh my gosh. And we got Neil in the chat. Neil on Black reviews himself. Holy shit, that's stuck away for 48 hours. They go from AK to 13.5. I am shooketh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
We appreciate it. We appreciate it. All you guys that have been so supportive. We really do. Man. Yes. And we also have a notification that Sarah has also Sarah gifted a membership as well. Oh my gosh. And it went to Jessica. Wow, thank you so much, Sarah. We
Yeah.
appreciate you. Thank you so much. Seriously, it's oh man, I'm telling you, you guys, it's very very appreciative. Seriously, let's do this one for Sarah and for Jessica. Thank you so much.
When you find yourself at 1 a.m. in the morning with your hand in the air and a horse's ass in front of your face, that's when you know it's bad.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Seriously, we appreciate it. Neil saying about time everybody realized Nightwatch Zone is the best. Is the best damn channel on YouTube. Oh, Neil, man,
That's sweet.
thanks, man. We appreciate that. Seriously, thank you. And I'll be catching up more with you guys in the chat as well. And Sarah saying, "Hey, what's going on, Sarah? Good to see you. Good to see you." Real quick, to get a blurb here, and then we get into the intro proper. Kill, had you seen Orca before? And what's your quick take on
but
it?
it's been a long time since I've seen it. But look, man, like, don't mess with nature. Do not mess with nature, or nature will mess with you back big time.
Right. Absolutely. What about you, Coriander?
This is a tragic, like, animal love story if you think about it. And it's a tale of revenge. And, I the first time I saw this, I was a kid. So, and it always stuck with me. This one movie has like always stuck with me. And yeah, it's one of my favorite, animal horror movies. So yeah, it's a good one in my opinion. It's a good one.
Yeah. This movie is really it's really something. I hadn't seen it in God knows how long as well. But it was a very very cool movie. I mean, we'll talk a little bit more about obviously the story and the behind the scenes and stuff like that. And by the way, hey, what's going on, Kyle? It's one of those movies, from the 70s, man, and has a certain type of charm to it from the 70s. And I think that speaks to why a lot of people, it's kind of like a cult movie. People really dig it that know about it, and there's a lot of people that don't. So hopefully we can shed some light and maybe bring some new eyes on this older movie. So, and Val, thank you so much for putting in the disclaimer there. Love it. Okay, so guys, we're gonna take a quick second to get finished getting set up, and give folks a chance to jump in the chat if they choose to do so. So for you guys watching the replay, for you guys in the live chat, sit back, relax. You know what time it is. And also, just to say, this movie is one of those movies that definitely will tug at your heartstrings. So, anyways, here we go. You know what time it is. All right. Okay, let's get down to brass tacks. And by the way, we got our good friend Ginger Ninja jumping in as well. What is going on?
Hey.
Good to see you. Good to see you. And so many other people jumping in, and we will definitely get to you guys in a little bit. But Kill, let's start this thing off, man. I mean, when you started this movie, kind of reconnecting to it, what were your thoughts?
It's funny. Like I said, I haven't seen this movie in probably 20 years or so. And I totally forgot that like Richard Harris was in it. Young Richard Harris. And he's an interesting guy. He's like your typical, like, hey man, I'm out for the money. I'm on the water. I'm gonna catch some sharks. And then he comes to find out, well, there's something else I could catch. And maybe it would have been better if he did not find out that little tidbit of information.
Right. Absolutely. How about you, Coriander?
This movie, it starts out, they're shark hunting. And if anything, this whale saved, this chick and her, like, I don't know, her helper, whoever this dude was. He literally saved his life, this whale. And, it just sucks that, the greed, this guy's greedy. And, he fucked with nature and he shouldn't have. And yeah, man, I mean, it orca whales, like that chick says, they have one mate their whole life.
Yeah.
And this guy just ripped this whale's family right apart. So, and he witnessed, the murder of his partner,
Well,
and that's where I'll stop because I
okay.
can tell you want me to, so I'll
All
be
right, real
quiet.
quick. Michael saying, "What's up, Knight? Is this movie a ripoff to Jaws?" Well, it's
No,
funny because one thing, and I wanted to ask this to you, Coriander, because you're a huge Jaws fan. All three of us are, but you're a you're a huge Jaws fan. How do you see this movie in comparison
no
to
way.
Jaws?
Um, it's different. Orca whales and sharks are different. Um, like I said, this was a family, this was a pod. Usually sharks are lone hunters and yet they'll screw anything. Okay. This is a genuine pair, a mate for
Mhm.
life. So there's a difference. Um,
But I mean,
and
movies wise. I mean, because you enjoy both.
I
I'm
love them
just saying,
both. Yeah, I mean, sure, it's all about revenge, right? In the end, it's all about revenge. And but no, it's different because in Jaws, like I didn't, you know, I enjoyed watching him kill. You know what I mean? And I don't know, you felt like this whale, needed revenge, and you could feel it, you could see it. I
Mhm.
mean, when its mate was getting shot, the cries that these whales were letting out, it's like
Right.
it's like it hits you, and I don't know, it just hits you different than Jaws. That's that's all I can say about it.
Okay. All right. And hey, we got Jamie in the chat too. What's going on, Jamie? Good to see you. Good to see you. Um, to me, this movie takes kind of a little bit of a different approach. You have one difference between this and Jaws. I'll get to it. Is that with the lead character of Nolan, he's definitely your typical fisherman who's out to catch or kill what he needs to for his business and so forth. But the thing that happens is, and this is early in the movie, and we'll try to stay away from major spoilers, but in the beginning of the movie he obviously has an incident where one of the whales that is there is basically on a vengeance tour against him. Now, in most movies of this ilk, or obviously in Jaws, when you see Quint is like he is trying to basically kill the shark, capture the shark, for money and so forth. In this movie, what was really interesting is during the course of the film, you see the character of Nolan, and he actually becomes kind of remorseful about kind of what you were just saying
Mhm.
Corey, about killing a whale and breaking up the whale's family, the surviving whale, the male whale, anyways, the one that we're following in the movie. So it was kind of like, some really interesting scenes that I think he had. And as the movie went on and on, he's trying to kind of deal with that. But at the same time, he is a fisherman and he
Yep.
actually is put in a situation where he has to hunt the whale, So the thing with Nolan in this movie, I think he's a lot more complex than like Quint and Jaws. And of course, you've got Rachel, played by Charlotte Rampling, who's basically the brains, that knows so much about sea life and stuff like that. And she's trying
Hmm.
to kind of be the balance to his regular fisherman ways. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was interesting. It made for a kind of interesting little dynamic in the movie. What did you think about that kill? Because I thought that was a very important thing in this movie.
Yeah, I feel, and I'm not trying to bag on Jaws in any way, but
Right. No, not at all.
this movie had more heart.
Mm.
Because in my opinion, the the whale in here, if you want to see the whale as the antagonist, you can, but in a
Right.
way, the antagonist is Nolan.
Right.
Mhm.
And the whale like Coriander said, the whale has a reason for what it's doing. The
Right.
whale, wants to avenge its mate. Whereas in Jaws, Jaws, is just like, hey, if you're in the water, I'm going to eat you. I'm going to
Right.
eat you. And Roy Scheider, he's, the sheriff, and he's just like, okay, we got to protect people. We got to kill this shark.
Yeah.
But in here, the dynamic is a little different. Nolan, he kind of goes through some definite character arcs here, from I want the money, I'm just going to kill this beast, to being remorseful, to being afraid of it, being remorseful, and having to face, his fears and, do something. And it's a deeper movie than I think people might actually give it credit for.
Yes.
I mean,
it's true.
Yeah, there's one scene, right, where they captured his mate and she's still alive and she was hanging there like all day making these sounds, So this, I'm sorry, but this dude got what he deserved completely.
But you did feel for him a little bit, didn't you? I mean,
I
he
did
wasn't
no. He was stupid to look.
Yes, he was stupid, but he
He was
didn't know any
stupid to have
better.
done that. He was fishermen know. They know. He
What
was
do you
not a
mean?
true
All right,
fisherman.
hold on.
He even said he got the boat from like his grandfather or something.
Right, but what I'm
So
saying
he's
is
not
he
a
didn't
true
know.
fisherman.
But hold on.
So
I get this, but he even said himself he didn't know that much about whales. That's why he went to Rachel's lectures. And she even said it in a voiceover that someone started to be at a lot of her lectures trying to learn about whales. And she said, and what I didn't realize is how much he didn't know about whales. So I'm not saying he's right for what he did, but what I'm saying, he did it out of ignorance and he did feel bad about it.
Yeah, after the fact, after, the whales fucking blowing up the town and,
right,
destroying people's boats. And
right,
of course he's feeling bad,
Right.
But
he didn't try to break up their family on purpose is what I'm saying. We can agree on that, right?
Dude, he went out hunting for one of those whales. How could you know? Well, you can, if you know a male from a female. But if you don't,
He tried to he nicked it by mistake.
And he fucked up. And it was the worst fuck up of his life because look what happened to the dumb fuck. Saying.
I just got to chime in here. I'm actually with Coriander on this because he did, he was ignorant to whales, but he got a quick education from the doctor and her lectures, and he knew that okay, they only mate once and things of that nature. So he did get a good wealth of knowledge.
No,
but
he did,
only
but he
saw
missed.
dollar signs.
But he wasn't aiming for the one he hit. It was a mistake.
Yeah,
he made a mistake.
But even if he got in the mail, he still would have broke up their little family unit, wouldn't you?
Well,
yeah, you would.
Dollar signs.
You would have.
That's true.
He was just
Well, I'm just saying he's more of a remorseful character than Quint. Quint
You're
was
just
trying
saying
to
you
kill
feel
the
bad
shark.
for this jerk, this fucking.
Huh?
I said you're just trying to give a reason why you feel bad for this person.
Well, I'm just saying, obviously he is the antagonist in the movie, but I'm just saying he's a more complex character than just a guy that wanted to kill a whale and at the end of the movie fights the whale. He fought the whale because he was pushed into that situation. He didn't want to. He wanted to run away, basically.
Yep.
Too late to run.
Well,
It is,
because the town
but
it was crazy in that scene because the town was really against him and saying, "Hey, you got to clean up your mess." It was
look what the fucking whale was doing. I'm sorry, I'm swearing here and there, but
I know. Yeah, let's
this movie's
relax
like.
on that. All right, listen, real quick. We got an anniversary here for Eric from the Bearded Entertainment, and let me just say, on YouTube it doesn't show it on StreamYard, but thank you so much. And let's see, we got an anniversary for Kyle also from Return of the Living Flat, saying night, Coriander Killian, awesome, and so is everyone in the chat. I enjoy Orca and blessed to be a member. Keep up the phenomenal work. Oh, thank you so much, man. A 3-month anniversary for you. A 3-month anniversary also for Eric, saying in Orca you can actually cheer for the bad guy. That's right, absolutely. And Eric also gifting a membership. Well, thank you so much.
Oh wow.
And it went to Kyle.
Yeah.
That's all right. What?
Nice.
How is that happening? And we've got Val coming in with a super chat. Oh,
Oh my
wow, Val.
Wow,
goodness.
Val.
Oh, geez.
Hmm.
Thank you so much, Val. Saying
Mhm.
congratulations to you three on hitting 13.6K subs. Tenacity, determination, perseverance, resilience, and courage are words that describe you three and your YouTube journey. Thank you for having that courage to take another chance. Oh, thank you
Wow.
so much, Val. We
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
appreciate that. My gosh.
Mhm.
And seriously, Val, we thank you so much for that, and also,
Yeah.
for always reaching out, and whether it be
Mhm.
in messages or comments and
Mhm.
what have you. It's very, very sweet, and it
It is.
makes a huge difference. It really,
Mhm.
really does. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Let's play let's play an extended clip here, and I think Val will enjoy this one quite a bit. But seriously, thank you so much for all the support. Um,
Mhm. It means more
it's
than you know.
exactly, yeah. It's like
Mhm.
it really means a lot, and yeah, it's words can't describe. Anyways, this one's for you guys.
Bring that fat ass over here.
Lift, 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 lift. Like this. Swing your hips. Swing your hips. Fire! 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 Swing your hips.
Gotta work that ass for daddy. No.
Thank you guys so much. We really we really appreciate it. Oh my gosh, Val, that was very sweet of you, seriously, and for all you guys,
Mhm.
we really appreciate it. It means a lot. It really does. And we got Junebug. Junebug's in the chat as well,
Nice.
saying what I like about this movie is Richard Harris is kind of playing Quint. So in a weird way, it's what if Quint was the lead in Jaws. Well, that's an interesting way to look at it. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, absolutely. Melissa saying congrats. Oh, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We really appreciate it. And Ronan making sure people like and subscribe. If you haven't, you won't regret it. Best channel on YouTube, best people on YouTube, best community. Oh, thank you so much. We appreciate that, man. Seriously,
Yeah.
we really, really do. But Kill, let me go back to you because now we've kind of gone all over the place. What about any of the other characters in the movie? As far as what you thought of them, any of those moments that they had stand out?
Well, Nolan, his crew, they kind of saw dollar signs as well,
Right.
because like I said, they were shark hunting, and a shark
Hmm.
is one thing, and then they switched over to whales. The doctor, I really enjoyed her character
Yeah.
because like someone in the chat just said, if this is Quint and he's in the lead role of this movie, you do have that scientific mind that's also trying to like give the info, give the knowledge,
Right.
of like, hey, this is why you should not do this.
Right.
This creature, this animal, it has a family, it has bonds, just like we do.
Right.
So whereas you can look at Jaws and say Jaws is a straight up horror action movie, big summer blockbuster. This is
Hmm.
like horror, but also like action drama. Because the movie lets you know that there are stakes. There are so many characters around Nolan that are kind of
Hmm.
saying, hey, you're messing up fishing for our whole community here, or
Hmm.
hey, spiritually what you're doing is wrong, and so you just had so many harbingers telling him you might want to stop, and he
Right.
still went on and did his own thing. And
Mhm.
yeah, it was a wealth of characters that were just there, just trying to stop the inevitable, you
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
That's what happens when you disrespect nature, you know?
that's
So,
true. That is
Mhm.
true. Val saying, yes, love this one. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. And we got Gina. Gina's in the chat too. What's going on? What's going on?
Hey.
I'm in bed trying to sleep. Love to all. Yeah, thank you.
Ah,
We appreciate that.
nice.
Yes, absolutely. But Coriander, what about you? What about for some of the other characters? What did you think about them in the movie, or any moments
You know,
they had?
that chick did when she was like putting the poison in the dart thing. She even said, what you're doing, you're going to be taking a mate away from its partner, and again, he was warned multiple times. So they were like in the wrong place at the wrong time, because this whale saw all those people that were on that boat and had wanted to get them all. So yeah, they would just, yeah, they all brought this on themselves. They all knew it was wrong, but they did it anyway. So I didn't feel bad for any one of them.
Kill, what did you think about, especially some of the scenes where people were getting attacked? This
it
scene
was
in
great.
particular at the house
Yeah.
when Bo Derek, obviously, yeah, it did. It was some bad things that were happening there. What'd you think?
Yeah, man. Well, the one thing I could say is, if there is a creature in the water, okay, that is like, just apex predator, and you're staying in a house that's on the water, that might not be the best place.
Right.
But what I loved about this whale is he definitely had a character to him,
Right.
because he does some things that are kind of like a domino effect and affect the town. And then they just cut to the water and it's beautiful. The moon is shimmering off of it, and then all you see is this. He's just
Right.
jumping, taunting,
like out of nowhere.
and it's hilarious because he's saying, "Screw you guys! Yeah, I did it, and I'm still here, and I'm gonna keep doing it until you come out and meet me at 3:00 in the playground. All right, we got to
that's
settle
the other
this."
thing too. Yeah, that's the other thing too. He was very, very smart.
Yes.
And he was very, very smart, and actually had a game plan as far as what was going on. But the funny thing too, also to throw this out there, is that obviously Dino De Laurentiis was behind this movie, and obviously Jaws had been huge, as far as all over the place. And I guess the big idea was De Laurentiis had said, find a fish tougher and more terrible than a great white shark. And that's kind of where a lot of this kind of came from, as far as coming up with an idea with a movie with something that is more terrifying than
It's
a great white shark.
This is an intelligent, is it warm-blooded? I can't remember. Mammal?
Yes.
Maybe not. It is.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Yes.
So all I know is, and it even had, it remembers, and I mean, look at the scene, right? When they cut its mate off of the rope and it fell back into the ocean, and it pushed it, I don't know how many miles, where it beached it. And it's like, that was like a sad scene too,
Wow.
because at first, its mate was almost like still alive. And then it was just throughout this process, it died. And, it just shows you this movie is completely different than Jaws. They're completely different species. One feels, it's almost like it can feel,
Right.
So yeah, man, it's a great movie.
Yeah, they definitely gave the whale a lot of character, where again, like you were saying early in this, you root for the whale, you understand the whale's point of view, and it's just kind of a flip. It's actually pretty smart that they did it that way, because obviously this was and still is compared to Jaws, and yeah, there are a lot of similarities, but there's also a lot of differences. And there was this one place where I was reading, and they were saying, this movie is like Moby Dick meets Jaws, because you have that aspect of some of the things from Jaws, but also the idea of Nolan, and like I said before, in the third act, have to go after the whale reluctantly, of course, but he had no choice because he had to leave the little whatever it is, the little port that he was basically chilling out of. They basically fixed up his ship and said, you've got to leave. And they made it so that none of the crew could leave either. That was another thing too. That's some of the stuff I wanted to get to here, is that there was some interesting stuff with this movie, because you got to figure out, how are you going to make this captain of this ship want to go after a whale that's trying to seek vengeance on him? You know what I'm saying? Like, as the movie is going on and on, they're setting up these pieces of the puzzle to make that happen. And it was it was kind of messed up, man. It really, really was. But it made the movie interesting to me.
It was the whale that made these people do these things.
Well, yeah, because he kept destroying stuff. And that one scene where there was this big explosion with the gas leak and the fuel tanks and all that type of stuff. It was pretty crazy. And Ronan was just saying, just realize that's the Native American fellow from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Yes, right. Indeed. And also one of our favorite characters from Poltergeist 2, the great Will Sampson. Yeah. Absolutely. I loved his part in this movie as well.
Yeah. And another thing, I'm sorry that there's, a native in this, because, we don't hunt just for sport. Okay. We don't go out to get the biggest buck because it weighs, 300 pounds, whatever. We go to get the meat. We go for the hide, the antlers, everything. And it's not like we just shoot it and that's it. A lot of people say a prayer. They do things, there's things that you do that you got to respect this, whatever you kill and have a reason for it. And this dude, like we all said, was just, he's just a greedy mofo.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ronan saying they aren't fish, they're mammals like us. And if you've ever seen videos of them hunting seal that are on little shelves of ice and how they use a wave to knock the seal off that ice to get to them, makes you realize how evil SeaWorld is. And
hey, just point. Like people, we play with their food. They do the same thing,
Omni's in the chat too. What's going on? All right. And Kill, as we start to wind down here, any final thoughts on this movie? And now that you've seen it, kind of reconnected to it, I mean, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, once again, yes, there are comparisons to Jaws, but the killer whale in here, he had motivation. He was going to be a dad. And that's tough, man. But I love how he put so much pressure on the town, the port, that they forced Nolan to go out there. And then on top of that, the killer whale was kind of like, come on, follow me. I'm gonna tell you where we're gonna fight.
He had a game plan.
Yeah, he did. And Nolan kind of looked at it like, oh, well, maybe he's not as smart as I thought he was. But
I did like that back and forth between them.
Yeah, but I also looked at it as this whale, one way or another wants to take you out. It does not care about, if it lives or if it dies or whatever. And I'm not saying if it did or didn't. But I just love that he had a game plan the same way Nolan had a game plan.
Right.
And this movie is a really good gem that I think a lot of people have either forgotten about or just have never seen it because they thought, oh, it's just the Jaws ripoff. It's so much more. Definitely check it out, guys. It definitely has heart. Seriously.
Yeah. No, I agree. Coriander, how about you? I mean, as far as, coming from last week when we talked about Day of the Animals and now coming into Orca, what are you thinking with this movie or anything else that you'd want to say about it, I should say?
Yeah, like I said, this was a movie that I saw as a kid, and that one scene when you saw what happened, with its mate and what what, I don't want to give it away. I've never forgotten this movie, and I'm such an animal lover, and yeah, it's a great movie, and it just goes to show that people need to respect, nature, everything, the animals, the trees, everything. Even, I hate to say it, even when I kill spiders, it's like shit, but they scare me, so it is what it is, but I feel bad, so I don't know. People just need to respect every living thing, because it'll come back and get you one way or another.
All right. And Ronan also saying definitely should have given this movie a chance a long time ago.
It's
Well,
not
that's
too late.
Well, you got it
I'm glad you
now.
gave it
Yeah,
well, I'm
right?
glad you gave it yeah, I'm glad you gave it a chance now. I think he was saying he was watching it, so that's
Mm,
really, really cool. Yes,
nice.
absolutely. And that's one of the reasons why we've kind of been diving into some of these older movies, especially with this animal horror theme or nature theme, is because a lot of these movies, they might have cult status, but they're movies that people have kind of forgotten about, or maybe like Kill and myself we haven't seen since we were like kids, so
Mm,
it's kind of like, you almost forget a lot of what's going on with them. So, and real quick, we got Daisy in the chat. What's going on with with a $5 super chat?
Wow.
Thank you so
nice.
much appreciated. Giving congrats, love watching your videos, and you definitely deserve all the love. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Yeah.
We really appreciate that, and thank you for
Hmm.
watching and
Yeah.
continuing to stick with us through
Yeah.
everything, and especially for these videos. And I was talking about this, I think the other day on a live stream, is we like to talk about movies that are also movies that a lot of people they just don't remember, or they may have thought, oh, that's gonna suck. Kind of like what Ronan is saying in the live chat. Saying I wish gave this a chance back in the day. And to me,
That's awesome.
doing these types of streams, we hopefully give people a little bit more information so that they might be able to check out some things that have been around for a while that are still worth a watch.
Mm.
That's my big thing. Daisy, thank you so much for the super chat. We really, really appreciate it. Let's play this one for you. Here we go.
That's the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard.
What we got here is failure to communicate. I got something for you.
There you go. Joe Grizzly.
Mm.
Love it. Love it. But thank you, Daisy. We really appreciate it so much.
Mhm.
But yeah, my final thought on it, pretty much echoing what you guys said. It's a really cool story. It's a lot different than what a lot of people may think, which I really was big into, because you'd think it'd be a movie that's very simple, and in some aspects it is, but it takes a lot of interesting turns, I'll say. um
Mm.
Daisy saying great mindset, Coriander. I definitely agree. Yeah. Omni saying when I kill insects I do feel bad. Sometimes I catch them and free them unless they're poisonous. Laugh out loud.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Knight was doing that with a moth. Remember, I was like, "Don't kill it, throw it
Right.
outside," and you were like,
Right.
"Yeah." So yeah.
Ronan saying, yep, watching it now. Great piece of cinema. Yeah, it is
Nice.
really good.
Mhm.
Also saying, I have compassion for all animals except snakes. I don't know why, but I'm terrified of those little devils. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Daisy saying, love it. Neil said if Joe Grizzly had wiped his ass, he might still be alive.
Yeah, man. I
That's
always
too
notice
funny.
when people, and you always know horror movies and you're taking a shit. You're not gonna wipe your ass, so that's crazy.
Oh man. And Val,
Sorry.
thank you so much. We appreciate you. Reminding folks, definitely leave a comment. Let us know what you think of Orca, or if you have any questions about it. And also, if you haven't, please make sure you like the video. We'd really appreciate the support. And also, just to announce, we're going to on Sunday have our super stream and we're still trying to get all that together. So definitely keep a lookout for that. We're hoping. What time are we talking, Kill? We're talking 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock start time.
Yeah, your time.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So definitely, if you guys get a chance, check us out on Sunday. We'll be hanging out. We'll be doing a whole bunch of stuff. It'll be a lot of fun. Seriously. As we get ready to head on out, Ronan saying, I just noticed the dude was about to get into a knife fight and he didn't wipe first. How dare he? Right?
Right.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Val saying, party time. That's what we hope. that's what we hope, Val.
And
I
I'll
hope
be
you can
late.
join us.
So yay, I'll be late for my own party. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Oh, geez.
Wow.
Oh, well, that's it, isn't it? It's over! You motherfucker!
There it is. There it is. Okay. All right.
Oh, man.
Melissa said, wait, this is over already. I just got here.
Oh.
Oh, Melissa. And Ronan also, yes. And on Wednesday night, next Wednesday night, we're continuing our Stephen King watch parties, and we've got Thinner up on the list. Thinner
Yeah,
is
that's
up
a
on
good
the
one.
list. Yes, that's going to be a lot of fun. American Turkey Burger is in the chat. What's going on? Say, I never seen this film. Well, I don't know if you just jumped in, but check out the replay if you haven't. This film has
It's
a
a
lot of really
must-watch.
interesting things. It's really, really good. It's really, really good. Daisy getting a laugh out of that. Yes, absolutely. And our game plan, what we're thinking of anyways, is to continue, this whole idea of nature and animal horror. So next week, we got a couple of movies we're thinking about. What do we got on the list, Kel? We're thinking about?
Oh man, bats.
Yeah.
Is that like an old
Arachnophobia.
school one? Bats? Is that from like the 80s or something?
I believe it's like 90s.
Let's do
Maybe.
that one.
Is it the
like-
90s?
It's either 90s or early 2000s.
Yeah, let's do Bats because I've never seen it.
Oh.
Lou Diamond Phillips is in it.
Oh, I may have now that you said that.
Yeah, I was just about to say, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I think I saw that one. But let's do that
Okay.
one.
Well, as long as it's available,
Or
yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Shit.
Ronan's ain't gonna watch it for the first time ever with the Nightwatch fam. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. I haven't seen Thinner in a long time, but yeah, it's a good
same.
one.
But it's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Melissa saying, "I love your lives. Replays aren't the same." Yeah, I know. It is different. But that's why we try to do. Actually, this is a good point. First of all, and I don't do this nearly enough. And if you two don't hear me say it, try to remind me. But for you guys, definitely, if you're subscribed, try to make sure you hit the notification bell because that will notify you when we're live. But we also try to adhere to a schedule, and it's been a schedule we've kept for a long time now. So on Friday nights, there's been a few times we've gone a little bit earlier, but usually we try to stick to 8:30. There's been a couple times we've done 8 or 9 o'clock, but we've tried to stick to 8:30 on Friday nights, every Friday night, unless obviously something odd is going on. And obviously on Monday nights, we're on at 8 for Slasher Movie Club. Tuesday nights, we're doing, our episodes usually. So we try to keep to that schedule too. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Melissa. I'm sorry.
And that's Eastern Standard Time, guys.
Yes, Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for reminding me about that, Kill. Absolutely. Ginger Ninja saying, I just got the book, Thinner. Huge fan of the movie, though. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Melissa saying, yay, game night. Yeah, we will. So I might as well just say that now. Yeah, we're definitely going to have some fun on Sunday. So definitely.
Are we going to do the guessing game again?
I'm not exactly
Were you gonna
sure what
blur
we're
the
going to do.
picture? Okay, I'm just asking.
Maybe. Why? Do you ready for that?
Okay.
Is that one that you are you saying you want to do that one?
I think no, the one I like is in this movie. That's
I
the
like them
good one,
both.
right?
God, man, what are you doing? Oh, I don't know about you. All right, I tell you what, just for the fun of it, since you just said that, let me. All right, this one's for you, Coriander. Let's see if you could figure out one right now, just on the
Oh,
fly.
Jesus.
Okay.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah. All right. What do you think?
I don't see it. I see us three.
Oh, you don't see it's not
Oh,
on the screen?
I see it.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is Halloween. See, that's easy. Halloween,
Is
which
it?
one? 5? Is it 5?
Are you
4?
asking me or do you know it?
Well, it's one of those. I mean, there's so many
Dude,
that
I love that. She's like, it's one of those. It's one of the
Jamie
12
and that,
or 13, I should say.
Danielle.
Come on,
But
man.
it's a Halloween. 4,
You think?
5,
Good God,
3.
man.
It's 3.
4. It's
Halloween
4.
4. Shit. Oh yeah, Halloween 3 is the fucking no Michael
What is
Myers.
going on, man?
Uh,
I don't
sorry.
even get it, man. Yeah, all right, you know what? For the
Oh.
fun of it, let's try one more.
Mm. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
A Sega game from the 80s.
Stop.
No, that's an Atari 2600 game.
Atari, yes, there we go. That's what I meant.
All right.
Oh, remember that ping pong, right? Where it was like pink.
For you guys in
It was
you
like
in the
so
chat,
slow.
let us know if you can guess what this is. All right, I'll give
Oh,
you the
man.
clues. I'll give you the clues. Okay, this movie, it came out in between the years of 1995 and 2005.
See, that doesn't help me.
Let me finish.
It's just like when you're like, this actor acted
It is
a hit back
it,
in
it
the
is
year, you know? I
is
don't know.
it is a horror movie.
Oh,
It
shit.
is a slasher movie. It has a very distinct.
Oh, Valentine.
Are you
No?
sure?
I thought.
Huh?
I thought so. Yeah, I thought so.
Wow.
All right.
All right. Come on, man. You gotta stick with what you're saying, man. No, I'm just messing with you. I'm just playing. Hey, look at Neil said Phantasm. Yeah, it was.
Oh man.
And Ninja Cubert.
Right?
He's Cubert
Yay.
anymore.
Nice.
It looks like those
Oh my
graphics.
God. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Hey, look what Val said. What the fuck is that?
Exactly.
That's what I was thinking about.
Oh man. Ronnie, how can anyone tell what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's funny.
It's a
Hey,
tough one.
Nathaniel's in the chat too. What's going on, Nathaniel? Good to see you. Good to
Hey.
see you. All right, well look, let's do one more now. You got me invested in
Oh,
what you're
dang
doing
it.
here.
Liberace?
Come on, man. What is going on?
Is it a horror movie?
Jeez.
I got an idea.
What's the idea you got?
Can I guess?
Yes.
Is that Scream?
What did you say? Scream?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
No.
you're right. Oh,
No, it's not Scream.
no shit. Hmm.
Okay, this movie, it came out in between the years of 1978 and 1987.
Oh God, is this
It
another
takes
Halloween movie?
Nope, this isn't a Halloween movie.
Okay.
It does this is
Hospital?
it's not taking place in Haddonfield and
It's in a
not
hospital though, right?
not the emptiest hospital of all time, but it does take place in a town
It's a nurse.
that is infamous. It
Oh,
has
it's the one. Oh my God, we just did it not that long ago on Slasher Club. The photographer who gets burned, dude, she's about to stick that in his eyeball, the needle in his eyeball. What the hell is that called?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you guys.
But that's the movie. Oh shit.
Uh,
I won't remember the name.
yeah.
Yes. Yes, that's it.
Oh man.
Yeah,
All
man.
right.
See, that's why anyway, I'm not good with directors. I'm not good with years or remembering the names of movies.
Right.
Yeah. So this game,
Ninja
man, I
knew
tell
it.
you.
Ninja was like, dead and buried. Come on.
Yes.
Nice.
I wish
There
I
you
could
go.
see at people's replies because then I would have saw that. And yeah, man.
No, that's cheating. What are you talking about? Did
Well,
you just
I
hear what
knew
she
the
said?
movie. I just couldn't. No, I couldn't remember the name, but I
Well,
knew the
that
movie.
on
I was
you.
describing that picture. Come on, man.
You're basically saying,
Come
Ginger
on.
Ninja, hook me up, help me out. That's what
Call
you're
a
saying,
friend.
right?
Yeah, right.
Phone a friend.
Instagram me, man.
What is going on? Oh
Right.
man. All right. So, anyways,
Oh shit.
yeah, Ginger Ninja, he knew what was up.
Yeah.
Katie's saying I've never seen it. Well, Katie, I know an episode that you
Check
could
it
watch
out.
to give you some
Yeah.
interesting information on it, and that's on Slasher Movie Club from like 3 weeks ago. I think it was our episode 3 weeks ago.
See, that just shows you how bad my memory is with.
Well,
Did
hey,
I
we've
see
watched
this
a lot of movies.
movie? And we do. And I
It might have been a
have
month.
like,
It might have been a month ago though.
yeah.
Yeah. Melissa saying, "How do you do that? Night, make it blank. It's cool. Oh, you mean like the picture, warping the picture? Oh, I just use a program. That's all. It's not anything too special." Val saying, "I like to use a lifeline, please."
Oh man.
Hey, look, Neil said, "Laugh out loud, Val. Don't call me." Oh man. Ronan saying, "I'm so happy here. I'm glad I found this community and channel. Love you all."
Oh, nice.
Thank you so much, man. We really appreciate you. Seriously. Seriously, we're having a lot of fun here. Ginger Ninja saying such a good movie. All right, can I just say, can I say something real quick? And we are about to end it here. Kill, I know you probably gotta get where you're going to, but I do want to say this. Dead and Buried was a movie that it just kind of came out of nowhere the first time I saw it. And so this is the question I was going to ask for both of you, and you guys in the chat, you can answer this too. Isn't it interesting when you watch a movie that you had never heard of, and you may not even know much of what it's about? You might know that it's a horror movie or what have you, but you watch it and you're like just so impressed with it, and it just kind of sticks with you. It's like, to me, that's one of the coolest things of all time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? Because it's happened so many times, with us, and as far as our content on this channel.
Yeah. It's always good to find like those hidden gems.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. How about you, Coriander?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Yeah.
Oh man. Dino, what's up? What's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. Ronan said, "Don't end it." I know, man. But look, let me just tell you guys, on Sunday, we'll be hanging out for quite a while. So definitely check us out on Sunday. We would really appreciate it. And like I said, we're gonna be partying, man. So yeah. All right, guys. We're gonna get ready to head on out here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll catch you on Sunday. And if you haven't seen Orca, check it out. It's a really cool old school movie. And by the way, also, I enjoyed the music in it. Kind of just this really, it's just a different type of sound. The music, the instrumental music is by Ennio Morricone, who obviously is huge in the music world, doing the music for The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. He did the Thing soundtrack, So, anyways, beautiful
He's good
music.
with like with nature. You know what I mean? It fit with this movie, just like in The Thing where it was cold. The music. He's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Absolutely. And Neil saying, the older I get, the more I find myself liking movies I'd watched a long time ago and didn't like very much. Ah, that's an interesting point. I dig it. That's happened to me too. Dino enjoying finding new movies I didn't know about. Yeah.
Nice.
Ronan said I have Nightwatch Zone Friday 13th reviews to watch. I have my chores. Nice.
Ooh, have
Right?
fun. Those are
Yeah,
fun
have
ones.
fun. They were
Yeah.
fun. All right, guys, we'll
Mhm.
catch you guys later. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Nightwatch. Peace.
Peace.
Church.